Hello, and welcome to week two. So, last week I mentioned the health risks that are associated post-menopause. But why? Why does this happen to us? Why are we at an increased risk for these health conditions? First of all, I'm not sure about what you knew about estrogen or progesterone, but up until a few years ago, I thought that estrogen gave us boobs and progesterone gave us a period. And through the years in various areas of study, I have learned all the ways in which estrogen and progesterone can serve us throughout our lives and in our health. And that living a full life with a decreased amount of them can happen. That we no longer need to live in a world in where menopause is embarrassing, a loss, a struggle, or we're perceived as witches. What? We can live in a world in which it is celebrated as a liberation, as a transformation, as a second spring, as it's referred to in traditional Chinese medicine. Did you know that some studies have found that individuals who have more positive perception of their own aging lived an average of 7.5 years longer than their most pessimistic peers? 7.5 years longer without doing any additional hours of exercise or eating well or sleeping extra, just changing the way you think about aging. Imagine that. And if our health can be improved by that much, by just the positive beliefs inside ourselves, imagine the strength it would gather if it was supported by our workplace, our community, our families, and their loved ones. And that our creativity, our wisdom, our experience would be celebrated instead of shamed or discounted. Estrogen is the sex hormone that affects many parts of the body, including reproductive health, bones, cardiovascular health, skin, brain, cholesterol, blood sugar levels, bone and muscle loss or mass, circulation and blood flow, collagen production. Progesterone supports inflammation and the achiness that comes with the joints. It helps us help us sleep. So when estrogen and progesterone decline through the perimenopause years, a whole lot of systems in the body are affected. And as I discussed in last week's video, the good news is that lifestyle habits can make an enormous difference, which is why the education, the awareness, and the support are necessary and important to get this out to everyone. The supplement industry has blown up. You can spend tons of money on this stage of life trying to hold on to the younger years or anti-aging. But I put that question to you. Do you want to be your younger self in all its entirety? I don't. I am proud of the woman I am becoming, the wisdom I have acquired, and the sense of calm and peace that is deep within me that hasn't been there before. I look forward to the years ahead. I have more wrinkles, my shoulders hurt, and I wrestle with sleep from time to time, just to name a few. But I can choose to focus on those things, or I can focus on all the good things in my life, the opportunities, the experiences, the deep friendships that I have cultivated, and watching my kids grow up into adults. I choose the latter. What you nurture grows. In traditional Chinese medicine, menopause is considered a second spring, as I mentioned in my last video. It is believed that women's bodies follow 7-year cycles, so that between the ages of 42 and 48, you prepare for menopause. Then during 49 to 55, you experience a second spring. The good news for older women is that the years after 56 are considered a rebirth, something we can look forward to. Transitions can be messy and they can be confusing, but with the right support, they can foster enormous growth. In fact, the Japanese word for menopause, which I can't pronounce, means renewal or energy. It has been shown that having a positive outlook can make a physical difference, just as we talked about earlier. Women with positive attitudes are reported to having a lower severity of menopausal symptoms. So this week, consider your relationship with aging. What's in the way of you having a positive outlook? What can you choose to nurture?